Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadians out there. It is the Canadian Thanksgiving this weekend, and tonight we are going to prep all the things that I need to bring to our family Thanksgiving tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Our family usually celebrates Sunday. That way we can get together on Monday for leftovers and just keep the good times rolling. So my thing that I always make is creamed corn casserole, which I think is pretty American. I learned it. I ate it when I was living in the States. I just have my own kind of spin on it. And then green bean casserole, which is Andrew's favorite, which I also have a little spin on that based on what my family prefers. So I'm gonna make that tonight. And then to be extra ambitious, I've decided I'm going to make carrot cake. I didn't tell my family because I didn't want to say I was going to bring it and then not be able to make it. So I'm just going to surprise them with it. Hopefully it turns out really yummy and I'm excited about it. But I thought we could spend the evening prepping. I'm going to pretty much make everything to the point of having to put it in the oven. Like the creamed corn casserole, we will cook all the way through together and I'll have to let it cool and then we'll put it in the fridge. The green bean casserole we'll just prep to be able to put it in the oven tomorrow to cook. The carrot cake we will make in its entirety. It should set overnight. So we have to get cooking and baking. Let's just do it.
We are going to begin with the creamed corn casserole. You'll need bacon. I'm doubling this recipe, so I'm using 2 packs of bacon, but usually I would just use 1. I am cutting that up because we are going to use those bacon pieces for a crumble on top, but we're going to cook the bacon and use the bacon fat to add into the creamed corn. It adds a nice depth of flavor. When I'm slicing, I just find that this is easier in the long run for me. Don't worry about separating them. Once those pieces begin to heat up, they will pull apart from each other. Again, I've doubled this recipe for the size of our family. It feeds about 20, and it's perfect for us. I cook the bacon on pretty low heat, and because there's so much bacon in the pot, it does take a bit longer, but it's worth it. It's so easy to do it this way.
Okay, so we pretty much have this where we want it. It rendered out a lot of fat and moisture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just turn off the heat for now and scoop out all the bacon onto this paper towel lined sheet. And we have a lot of bacon fat left, but I don't want to use it all. I just want a thin layer of it on the bottom for the flavor to enhance the corn. So I'm gonna remove some of that. Okay, so that's all that I want left, just like a thin layer on the bottom. With the heat off, I'm gonna add my corn. Big bag of frozen corn. And I'm gonna turn the heat back on. I'm gonna turn it on to medium. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add, this is 2 tablespoons of flour and 4 tablespoons of sugar. I know, that's a lot. And then I have 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and 1 cup of water. The heavy whipping cream and water on the frozen corn hardens everything, so you just kind of mix it up. Okay, this looks pretty good. I am going to bring this up to a boil. I'm gonna stay pretty close to it. Once it gets to a boil, then we're gonna turn the heat down and let it simmer. At this point, I'm gonna add some salt. And pepper. Honestly, I season as I go, but this is just my initial seasoning. It smells delicious already. Okay. Okay, it's definitely boiling, so I'm gonna turn it right down to melt. I'm just gonna let it simmer. Next, we're gonna work on the carrot cake. I've never made a carrot cake before, but I am really excited because, again, I'm craving one. We have 6 cups of carrots. We have all of our spices: cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, allspice, ginger in here, baking soda and baking powder, buttermilk, eggs, vanilla, vegetable oil, brown sugar, white sugar, flour, and that's it. The recipe that I'm using is from Tasty. So it calls for all of your carrots into a big bowl. And then you are to pour your 1 cup of room temperature buttermilk all over the carrots. That seems disgusting, but I'm not gonna question it. And then you are just gonna stir to coat all the carrots. Put that aside. In this large bowl, we are going to sift our flour and our baking soda, baking powder, and all of our spices. In this bowl, we are going to add all of our sugar, tablespoon of vanilla, and our 4 eggs. We want ribbons. Perfect. Now we're going to add in 1 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm gonna keep the mixer going on medium speed, and we're gonna slowly incorporate this. We're gonna add half a cup of the carrot mixture, 1/4 of a heaping cup of the flour at a time. I have 2 oiled springform pans, and I am going to divide the batter between these 2.
This recipe actually calls for the batter to be divided among 3 pans, but I only had 2 and I was not buying a 3rd one. So it did take longer to cook. These were supposed to cook for 25 minutes at 350 degrees. It was more like 50 minutes, and it probably could have used some more time.
Okay, so we're back to the creamed corn. My secret ingredient is freshly grated parmesan. I just think it adds a really, I don't know, like that umami flavor. I know it's not, but it's just that saltiness that balances out the sweet. And the best way is take the Vitamix and just like grab chunks. And it's just gonna blend this up so nicely. Perfectly blended Parmesan. So now I'm just going to add all of this into the pot. It has cooked down quite a bit. It's been cooking for over an hour now, so I'm gonna just get all that cheese in there, and then I'm going to mix it all up. And I'm also gonna add about 1/4 of the bacon back into the corn. And that's what it's looking like, and we're gonna let it go for probably another hour, and then I'm going to let it cool because we'll reheat it tomorrow so the flavors have time to develop overnight. It is quite a bit later. The carrot cake has come out of the oven. I have 2 of them here. They ended up cooking for about an hour. I don't know, it looks good. I think it'll be good. And then here's the creamed corn. So everything is just cooling. And then I will make the icing for that. Yummy. Next, we are going to make the green bean casserole. So I'm doubling the recipe, and a lot of my family members do not like cream of mushroom soup. So we are doing cream of chicken. I could not find French's fried onions, so I have these President's Choice ones. This is a relatively forgiving recipe. I'm not going to top the crispy onions tonight. I'm not even gonna bake this. I'm just going to assemble it and put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow I will bake it in the oven. So I doubled the recipe. I'm doing 4 cans of beans, drained of their liquid, so it fills this whole pan. Okay. In a bowl, I'm going to combine the 2 cups of milk. I mean, it's late. The 2 cans of soup. And then we need 2 teaspoons, which all of my stuff is in the dishwasher. So 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. 1, 2. And 1 cup of milk. And I'm just gonna whisk that together gently in this bowl. And this will be the sauce that we pour over our beans. This recipe is so easy. I'm sure if you live in America, and maybe if you live in Canada, this is like, everyone knows how to make this, but this was a new thing for our family. But it's so easy, and I think it's a crowd pleaser. I'm gonna pour the mixture all over the beans. And mix that all together. I'm gonna wrap it up, and tomorrow I'll put this in the oven, bake it for a little bit, and then top it with the rest of the crispy onions.
Back to the carrot cake. It has pretty much cooled, and I totally forgot to film making the frosting, but the frosting was pretty basic. It was 1 cup of butter, like a tablespoon of vanilla, 2 sticks of cream cheese, and then you slowly incorporate 3 cups of powdered sugar. Again, I'll have all the recipes linked down below. I am terrible at icing cakes, and I figured that out this evening. I don't know if it was the delusion that it was like almost 2 in the morning and I just wanted to be done, but it just was not the most beautiful thing I've ever created. But because I'm future Lorely, I can tell you this was absolutely delicious, super moist, very sweet and rich, but amazing. We finished Thanksgiving dinner, and I completely forgot to film putting the creamed corn in the oven, the green bean casserole, but I have to tell you, the creamed corn casserole was the best creamed corn casserole I have ever made. The green bean casserole was delicious, and the carrot cake turned out so good. I will have all of the measurements listed down below and links to the recipes that I used. This is probably my first of many cooking videos, a little bit of a fail because I forgot to complete the cooking video, but I hope that you still enjoyed. We'll just have to redo this when it comes to Christmas because I make the same thing all year round. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, and I'll see you again for another one. Bye.